Good morning. Please let's all stand to welcome the Honorable Minister of Education. Good morning to all of you. I'll give a couple of seconds for those who are outside to come in and be seated. This of course, is meant to be a very short opening ceremony because we want to leave as much time for our students, for visitors who are here to engage with the officers of the University of Guyana, as well as the Essequibo Technical Institute, as well as the companies that are here this morning. So we hope to finish in about 45 minutes or so maximum. So we'll sing the first and the last stanzas of the 1, 2, 3. Dear land of Guyana, of rivers and plains, made rich by the sunshine and lush by the rains, such a like and fair between mountains and seas. Your children salute you, dear land of the free. Dear land of Guyana, to you will we give our major service each day that we live. God guard you, great mother, and make us to be more worthy our heritage, land of the free. Thank you. You may have your seats. Good to see all of you here today. Good morning again. I want you to look to the person next to you and say, welcome to the Cinderella County. Come on. Some person haven't spoken as yet. Look to the person next to you. Today is a great day. We have great weather. Right, so turn to the other person now that you haven't spoken with just now. So say, welcome to the Cinderella County. Good. I think you're having a conversation now. That is good. That's a good way to start. That is really a good way to start. It's a light way to start the program because today is a wonderful day. We're gathered here because we want to explore, we want to provide the opportunities, we want to give information to our students, visitors about the opportunities that are here in Guyana. So a very special good morning again to all of you and welcome to the Essequibo leg of the University of Guyana's 2026 Open Day and Job Fair. This, of course, is being done as part of a collaboration with the Essequibo Technical Institute. My name is Guyana Deonat, and I'm the Director of the Department of Events, Conferences, and Communication, and I will be chairing this morning's brief opening ceremony. Before I go further into the program, please allow me to recognize some key persons who are here with us today. First, the Honorable Minister of Education, Ms. Sonia Parag, who is also from this region. Welcome home, Minister. Thank you, the daughter of the soil. Our Deputy Chief Education Officer with responsibility for technical education, Dr. Ritesh Tularam, whom we started this conversation with to have this event here, and was very, very helpful, very responsive when we started to have this conversation about the collaboration with ETI. Our distinguished 11th Vice Chancellor, Professor Paloma Mohammed Martin, Registrar of UG, Dr. Nigel Gravesandi, other members of UG's senior management team, some of whom are also viewing online, Dean of the Faculty of Engineering and Technology, Dr. Kofi Dalrymple, right in front here, Dean of the Faculty of Education and Humanities, Dr. Michelle Semple McBean, right in front here. I think I saw some assistant deans earlier, directors, heads of department, and other staff and students of UG who are here with us today, who have traveled a long distance to get here. We're very, very glad that you're here. Regional Chairman, Mr. Devin Mohan, he's somewhere in the audience. I believe he probably is coming on his way. Oh, he's right here. Oh, good, good, good. Yeah. Thank you very much, Sora, for being here. Regional Education Officer, Region 2, Ms. Shondell Hercules, right in front there. Principal of ETI, Mr. Shivnarayan Jasodra, and other staff and students of ETI. Community Relations Supervisor at ExxonMobil Guyana, Mr. Ryan Hoppy. Thank you for being here, sir. Other representatives of government ministries and agencies, representatives of the private sector, our sponsors, our media partners. I also want to say a special welcome to the students who are here from various schools across the region. And let me acknowledge those who are joining us online. We are coming to you live from the auditorium at the Essequibo Technical Institute here in Regina. Thank you for joining us. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the final leg of the University of Guyana's Open Day and Job Fair 2026. You would recall that we had a major launch. That's the major event at the Turkine campus on April 17th and 18th, and a few days after that, we went to Berbice. Both of those events were highly successful, and I believe we'll see those results in the near future. We're going to see those results. I have no doubt, too, that the event that we are hosting here today at the Essequibo Technical Institute will see similar successes. Ladies and gentlemen, when we started this conversation to have this collaboration between University of Guyana and ETI, we could have sensed the level of enthusiasm, the passion by the team here at ETI. And this conversation, as I stated earlier, started with Dr. Tularam and the ministry officials. We could have sensed the passion that they have really to see our students, our young professionals from this region, benefit from opportunities, that they have access to information that will help them to make informed choices about their future. So without any further ado, I would like to invite the principal of ETI, Mr. Shivnarayan Jasodra, to deliver remarks. So please give him a round of applause as he comes to speak.
All right, thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Jainarain. All protocols observed. A special good morning to each and every one of you. It is my distinct honor and privilege to welcome each and every one of you to the Essequibo Technical Institute. This opening for this career fair, job fair that we are having here, is the first of its kind here in Essequibo. This event is indeed historic, right? For Region 2. Together, we are bridging education gaps, skills training, and employment opportunities for all Essequibians and beyond. Today is about possibilities. It is about connecting talent with opportunity and classroom learning with real-life careers. Whether you are here to explore further education, find jobs, or simply discover what our combined institutions have to offer, you are in the right place. I extend sincere gratitude to the University of Guyana, our sponsors, especially ExxonMobil Guyana, and every team member who worked tirelessly to make this fair a reality. Please take full advantage of our exhibits, engage with our exhibitors, and explore each and every booth. Thank you for being a part of this special day, and let us make Essequibo Open Day and Job Fair 2026 an unforgettable success. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Jasodra, for your remarks. I'd now like to invite our distinguished 11th Vice Chancellor, Professor Paloma Mohammed Martin. Please give her a round of applause as she comes.
Good morning, Essequibo. Right, that's a beautiful morning. It's a beautiful day, and you all look lovely. Honorable Minister, Deputy CEO, Principal, all our colleagues from the Ministry of Education, my colleagues from the University of Guyana, sponsors, our technical advisor to the Ministry of Education, Dr. Kofi Dalrymple, and you beautiful young people. It's been a long time since I have been to this part of Essequibo, and I have to say I was very pleasantly surprised. In fact, I was delighted to see how much has been going on here. So you're alive at a very exciting time in the history of this country. So I want you to do the second half of the exercise that Jai asked you to do, which is to turn to the person next to you, to your right. And those of you who don't have anybody to your right, and say, I am alive at a wonderful time. Say it like you believe it, you know. You are. So, so your principal was saying that this is a first for Essequibo, and we're delighted to be part of that first. And we're delighted that you are part of that first. But there are many other firsts that you may know of, and I'd like to speak to them now. One of them that was unexpected, and I didn't have in my list, was the fact that your principal is probably the first person who's adhered to our 2-minute. So he would get an A++ for that. I always sit down and look at when we put our notes on the program to guide people how long they should speak, and then they say, oh, I know I have to speak for 2 minutes, but and they go on for 45 minutes. So plus for you. A+, that's a first. Secondly, and of course not as jovially as anything else, we are opening, as you know, we have at here at ETI the first cohort of our students from our Faculty of Engineering and Technology, thanks to Dr. Kofi and others, and the Ministry of Education. So yes, that's the first. And we also have in this region, I'm not sure it's being delivered here though, but in some other place, I think it's in the health sector, the pre-medical program, which started a few weeks ago. So those persons who want to become doctors, nurses, etc. in the medical field, I think we have about 15 students from this region already. And so you're going places. When the University of Guyana's team, and I'd like to thank Jai, Curly, and all of those people running around today looking very calm, but you probably don't know about this. There's a thing called the SWAN Protocol. And if anybody could tell me what the SWAN Protocol is, I give you $5,000 of Kofi's money. No, seriously. Anybody knows what the SWAN Protocol is? Well, if you know, or you see a duck, you see them gliding on top of the water very gracefully, but underneath their feet are going like this, right? That's what's going on with them. They're, doing a lot, but we want to thank them. We also want to thank, of course, our sponsors, and this is something that's very important, because for years we've been saying that this is one country, and that everything that happens should not happen in the main campus in Georgetown alone. We were able to coax people to go to Berbice, and so this was our 5th or 6th year in Berbice. But all of these people here are really to be commended and applauded, and I want you to give them a round of applause, please. Because they have finally agreed with us and supported the idea that the rest of the country needs to be included. Development cannot be done in one place alone. You are here, we see you, we are happy to support you. We want you to know that the country is wide open, the university is open for you, and any opportunity you get to study and to realize your dreams, please take it. It doesn't matter where it comes from, once it's a good place. It doesn't have to be UG, it could be anywhere else. But last thing I want to say to you this morning is this. A couple of years ago, when we were looking at the university's composition, we realized that less than 2% of our students were coming from what are known as the hinterland regions. So that would be regions 1, 2, 7, 8, 9, less than 3%. And we set about in the university to change that. The first thing we did is that we created a special policy called a policy for underserved places. And this was one of the places that was underserved. Until last year when His Excellency, I don't know who told him or if he woke up with a vision, I see somebody smiling in front here. Maybe they told him, I don't know. But he did say, and we have followed through, that he wanted this region in particular and two others to be involved and included in these very special programs. And we're happy to say that we were able to deliver in less than a year. He gave us weeks to do it in. I don't know that we were able to do it in weeks, but we certainly were able to do it in a few months, which is also a historical first for the university. And he's never let it down. He's asked every week, where is this thing? Has it started? So we want to thank you very much and to thank His Excellency for this. Yes, you can clap. It's laudable. And the last thing I want to leave with you as young people is this. Even though you might be young, you might be thinking that I'm not a model, I'm not a role model. But one of the things that the University of Guyana has said in its 4-point objectives, we have a blueprint, and one of those is 1 graduate per household, so we hope to see you. But one of them has to do with the fact that we want to see persons emerge as models for the nation. A model, not, walking with your fancy clothes and so across the stage, meaning a person that other people can emulate and look up to. That's the kind of model I'm talking about. And you never know who's looking at you. You might be young, but you have a little brother, a little sister, a cousin. You have somebody in your church. You have a neighbor. They're looking at you, and you know what they're thinking? Gosh, I wish I could be like that person. And so when they say, gosh, I wish I could be like you, we want you to be the best model, the best person that they could emulate. You think you could do that? Y'all not answering? You're not sure? Well, let's try to do that. And you start today by going down, visiting every booth, not only for the trinkets you're going to get, because I know everybody likes to collect stuff, but also make sure you use those cell phones to take photographs, to take the information that is going to be important. So when you get over the excitement today and you say, oh, I was interested in that thing, you have it on your phone and you could refer to it, right? Don't only use the phone to look at nice girls and boys and so on. I know y'all, Okay. Well, God bless you. Thank you all so much, and I am hoping that this will not be the first, and this event is going to go bigger and bigger and better. And the impacts and the value of it are going to be absolutely evident as soon as possible. Thank you, and God bless you.
Thank you very much, Vice Chancellor. As always, very much on target with your remarks. I was also warned that as chair, I should not be speaking too much. So I'm not going to speak too much as I usually do. So let me remind those again joining online, if you're in the Essequibo region, please, we're here until 3:30 today. So come down to the Essequibo Technical Institute in Regina, where you can engage with officers of the Essequibo Technical Institute as well as the University of Guyana, as well as engage with companies from both the public and private sector agencies who are here today, really to discuss opportunities that are available to our young people, to students in a country that is really ripe for opportunities. So please let us relax and enjoy a poem that will be done by a student of ETI, Nikita Gobin. She will be doing a poem titled Hands of Tomorrow by Arjon. Please give her a round of applause as she comes.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. My poem this morning is Hands of Tomorrow by Arjon. Good morning to all gathered here, with hearts of hope and minds sincere. Today we stand both proud and tall at ETI, where dreams call. From Essequibo's golden shore, rise talents rich forevermore. With skillful hands and visions bright, our youths prepare to shape the light. We celebrate our culture strong in every craft, in every song. From iron sparks to circuits new, from words well spoken to work we do. The rhythm of our nation lives in every gift our people give. The farmer's strength, the builder's art, the teacher's voice, the worker's heart. Here students rise with purpose clear to face the future without fear. For education lights the way and builds a better Guyana each day. Today this job fair opens wide with opportunity as our guide. May bridges form, may futures grow, may hidden talents brightly show. To employers, mentors, guests and friends, your support uplifts and transcends. Together we create a land built by knowledge, heart and hand. So let this gathering now begin. With faith what lies deep within, at ETI we proudly say, the future starts with us today. Thank you.
Come on, you can do better for her. Ladies and gentlemen, the University of Guyana values its partnership with the private sector, the public sector agencies, as well as all our development partners. Today, we are pleased to have with us Mr. Ryan Hoppy. He's the Community Relations Supervisor at ExxonMobil Guyana, and he will be speaking on behalf of the sponsors. Please give him a round of applause as he comes to make remarks.
Thank you, Master of Ceremony. Honorable Sonia Parag, Minister of Education, Mr. Devin Mohan, the Regional Democratic Council Chair for Region 2, Professor Paloma Mohamed Martin, Vice Chancellor, University of Guyana, all other protocols observed. Good morning. It's a pleasure to be here with you at the University of Guyana's Open Day and Job Fair, held under the powerful and forward-looking theme, Innovation, Opportunity, Impact. This event stands as a testament of what is possible when education, industry, and national development priorities come together with a shared purpose. Today's Open Day and Job Fair is more than a calendar event. It's a national development initiative, one designed to connect students, professionals, and aspiring professionals with leading employers, government agencies, and industry partners who are actively shaping Guyana's future. It reflects a clear understanding that a strong economy depends on a prepared, adaptable, and innovative workforce. Innovation speaks to the creativity, the skills, and the ideas that our students and graduates bring to the table. Opportunity represents the doors opened through education, training, internships, and meaningful employment. Impact is the lasting contribution that well-prepared professionals make, not only in their workplaces, but also in their communities and across the nation. Throughout today's activities, participants will have access to recruitment opportunities, career guidance, internships, and workforce readiness support. Employers and institutions are here not only to recruit talent, but also to share insights, to talk about skills, the attitudes, and the competencies that are required to succeed in today's dynamic labor market. Importantly, this event highlights the academic as well as the professional pathways aligned with Guyana's development priorities. From energy to infrastructure, from technology to education, health, agriculture, environmental management, as well as public service. It reinforces the message that education and career planning are important and the most effective ways that we have to inform our national needs and future growth sectors. To our students and job seekers, today is your opportunity to engage, ask questions, build connections, and envision the professional pathways that you want to pursue. Take full advantage of all the opportunities and take full advantage of the space. Introduce yourself, speak with employers, and ask tons and tons of questions. In closing, the University of Guyana's Open Day and Job Fair 2026 reflects a shared commitment to innovation that drives progress, opportunities that empower growth and our people, and the impact that advances national development. Let us use this event to build partnerships, inspire ambition, and take practical steps toward a stronger, more inclusive, and resilient Guyana. I wish everyone a productive and engaging day, and I want to say thank you for the opportunity to be a part of this inaugural event. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Ryan, and thank you very much to ExxonMobil, who has been with us since we started the Open Day and Job Fair, and to several other companies who have taken the journey from Georgetown to come all the way to Essequibo to engage with our students and young professionals. Thank you to all of you, too, for the support that you have given this event over the years. Of course, this is about changing lives. It's about ensuring that young people have access to information that would really help them to be part of what is happening in the country. Ladies and gentlemen, this of course, aligns well what we are doing as a state university. That's to take information on what we do and to ensure that students, no matter which part of the country they're from, which region they're from, that they have access to the same opportunities as those even in Georgetown. So this aligns with the government's national development priority in terms of the way the road is taken in tertiary education. I'll now like to invite the Honorable Minister of Education, Ms. Sonia Parag, to deliver remarks. Please stand as she comes to make her presentation.
Thank you very much. Please have a seat. I find this is more an exercise than protocol, yes? But it gets the brain working, which is a great thing. So good morning, and I'd like to first of all recognize the regional chairman for region number 2, Mr. Devin Mohan, the vice chancellor, Professor Paloma Mohammed of University of Guyana, principal of ETI, all of those who are here from the University of Guyana, our Mr. Ritesh Tularam, the head of our TVET unit, and also our, not forgetting, Mr. Kofi Dalrymple, who is the Dean of the Engineering Faculty at the University of Guyana, as well as the Advisor on Tertiary Reform at the Ministry of Education. Last but not least, all of you students who are here, and of course the private sector who participated and participating in the Open Day and Job Fair 2026 here in Essequibo. I am an Essequibian. People say if you only born here and then you move, you're not truly an Essequibian. But I wasn't just born here. I grew up here for 13 years, attended an entire nursery and primary school, and actually achieved Queen's College from that primary school right here in Essequibo. So I am a proud Essequibian. Beyond that, this should be a proud day for all of you who are sitting here because you are a part of history. This is the first time the job fair and open day is being held here in Essequibo. And it's a fantastic thing because this government believes in access and opportunities. And one comes with the other because it cannot come separately or it cannot come alone. If we are offering opportunities, you must also have access because that would make no sense if you don't have access to those opportunities. So what you are witnessing here today is both opportunity and access. The private sector has partnered with the University of Guyana, with the Ministry of Education, with the public sector as well. to open booths for you to learn and become aware of what is available for you, because you are at that age and stage where you're going to begin to think what you want to do as a career and what you want. And perhaps even if you have an idea in your head of what you want to become, visiting these booths, learning about what's available, may actually spark your interest in something that you didn't even know that you were interested in. So it may take you down an entirely different career path, and it is something that you may find your niche in. And I'll tell you, because when I was growing up, didn't have any clue. I thought I was going to be a doctor in primary school. Then I thought in secondary school, I'm not sure if I can handle blood and all of that all along. And kudos to all the doctors who do and nurses who do. And as I was exiting secondary school, it became clear that my father was a lawyer, my sister was going to follow in the same path, and so, you know. But I tried to resist that even as a teenager, because I started University of Guyana at the age of 16, and I resisted that by being an English major, being a history major, trying everything before I did law. And then today I am here standing as a minister, which I didn't ever see in my future. But what I'm saying to you is that a career path can take any course. And sometimes it is where you will find your calling. And so opportunities like these, when it presents yourself, and I want to say a special recognition as well to the Redo of Region 2. Opportunities like these doesn't present themselves every day. And when it does, and with the kind of partnerships that you're having, take the opportunities. Take them. Because oftentimes we are going around the country and we're finding people saying, well, I don't have a job. I'm unemployed. And when you do find out, it's not that they don't have a job because there isn't jobs available, but it's because they're not interested in a particular job that's available. And so I don't call that unemployment. I call it a disinterest. So here is what. Today, more than ever, May 2026, more than ever in the history of Guyana, you have jobs and a variety of jobs available to you. Available to you. Back then, 20 years ago, it was only if you could study law or you could become a doctor or a teacher. Now you can become a machine operator, and that's actually a great thing. You are being trained, Guyanese are being trained all over the country to be specialists. And when we say, you know, back then any man can jump on a machine and operate it and learn from experience. Now you're getting a certification from the training and that expertise training in how to maneuver heavy equipment. And it gives you a bit more of an oomph when you have that certificate in your hand. So don't be bored with this opportunity. Don't see it as something that is just in passing. Don't look at it as you are forced to be here to see it. Take it as something that will help you to build your future, as a foundation to building your future. Essequibo is a fantastic place, and I always proudly look on as the secondary schools here produce students who are scholars, and they have continuously and continually done it over the last couple of years, over the last couple of decades, whether it's in primary school and then secondary school. Anna Regina Multilateral was known for its discipline. And because of that discipline, it produced students who were scholars and who still are. My entire family went to Anna Regina Multilateral School. I was the only one that didn't. But I'm saying all of this to you because these opportunities are coming to you. You don't have to go to them. You don't have to go to them. There was a time when everybody would have to travel to Georgetown just to be able to get a job in something different if they wanted that, or an opportunity to study. Look right here at ETI. A couple years ago, you didn't have an ETI. You didn't have an Essequibo Technical Institute. And what's more, and this is not my first visit, I've actually had a walking tour throughout the ETI to see what is being done here. And it's quite remarkable. Also, you have students who are not only from the Essequibo coast, but from hinterland regions as well, being able to train and obtain their certification. Most of you who are part of the Technical Institute would also know that, and I don't know if you know this, but I will tell you this now, that the president, when he gave his inaugural speech in his second term as president, it was a Sunday afternoon, and he said that because of University of Guyana becoming free, we have had an influx of applications for certain courses more than we can handle because we do not have the physical seating and the physical space. And because of that, he said, let's go to the regions, decentralize this, and put seats in those regions so that we can accommodate people closer to their homes as well, give them that opportunity and that access. Right here at the Essequibo Technical Institute, you have classrooms that are dedicated now towards civil engineering, and is it mechanical as well? Mechanical engineering as part of the University of Guyana's program, but it's here in Essequibo. So you don't have to leave your home. And now I know when you get older, you want to be a little bit independent and you also want to leave your homes, and some of you don't. And your parents would have also a hard time with you leaving. But now you have the option of staying in your region and doing that same course that University of Guyana is offering on its main campus. So opportunities are being presented to you, but after you get to a certain age, you also have to start thinking about what you want to do in life. And I will say this to you, that I have great respect from the smallest job to the largest job, because everyone who give themselves and their effort and their efforts to those jobs, they're doing a service to people and a service for their country. And so I respect all jobs, but I'm saying to you that when you have opportunities like this and people to explain to you what is available, you get to start to think about a wider world than what exists in just where you live in Essequibo Coast. You get to experience that. And I want you to take this opportunity as much as you can today. This is not only open to all of you who are sitting here, and I think perhaps we might have about 200 students here, or just over. But this is open to the entire of the Essequibo Coast, and it's not just young people who are coming out from school. It's persons who would have completed school as well and looking for jobs. Persons who are older perhaps and want to become machine operators, etc. And so take the opportunity. Now, I also want you to know that in addition to engineering coming, we are also working on the pre-med packages, and that's out already for Region 2 as well. That means that, and let me explain to you how this works. When you are going in, I'm taking on the role of the Vice Chancellor now, and she can correct me if I am not saying the right thing. But when you're heading into medicine at University of Guyana, you have to do a pre-med course, or what is called pre-med, just like you would do pre-law if you didn't do law somewhere else at A levels or so on. And usually it's biology. Students will choose biology, right? And sometimes they'll go the entire degree for biology and then go into the medical course. So what the suggestion was, and we had a sit down at the table, what the suggestion was, is that give students that foundation that they need in terms of not just biology, but include all the components so that when you head into medicine, you'll have that foundation. And that's what the pre-med course is. It gives you that extra or enhanced knowledge that you will need heading into the medical profession, right? Or the medical field of study. So when you, that is now available to you here in Essequibo. And what's going to become available to you is the medical program itself in terms of seating. So guess what? You don't need to go to Georgetown to become a doctor in the future. That's what it means, right? You don't need to do that. Now I want to also focus on another aspect. While academics is great, and I am the Minister of Education, and I have to tell you that education is the core of any nation's development, and it is. It's everywhere, and everything is education. No one can take that away from you. I have said it, I have explained it in this way. If you are to jump through that window, and there is a mattress there, someone places a mattress there, or several mattresses to break your fall and cushion you, right? You won't fall, you won't be injured, you won't be lost, you won't be dead. Why? How does that tie back to education? Because when you take your education, it cushions you from the hardships of life. It cushions you from the hardships of life. Always remember that. Everything else can fall apart. Your house can burn down. Your car can be stolen. You can be without a job, but you can start over once you have an education. You can build again once you have an education. And that is how no one can take it from you. It's really important that you understand this. But it's also important that you understand not every student is academic. Not every student will want to go and have a degree. Not every student will be very good at having a degree. But you also have technical and vocational training. And that's what's important too. In the next 5 years, the president, his cabinet, his government will be working towards establishing technical training centers wherever we need to, in all 10 administrative regions, so that every student will have the opportunity and the access to be technically trained if they so wish. But more importantly, for persons who didn't even pass their exams in academic training can also obtain certification in technical and vocational skills. And that's how you bridge the gap. That's how you bridge the gap of skills training. You assess what's needed in the country, and listen, Professor Paloma said it. She hasn't been to Essequibo in a long time. And I have been back here almost every year since I've left, well, not since I've left here, but since I became a lawyer. I practiced up here as well as when I became a minister. But the transformation that has taken place on this coast is undeniable. It is undeniable. All right? School wasn't what, the school that exists at CV Noons now didn't exist then. It was an annex building. It was a plantation owner's home. I don't know how many of you would recall that building. It was a plantation owner's home that turned into a hospital. And right in that schoolyard, they still had the big, huge tanks from the plantations. That's when I went to school. What you see there now is an entirely transformed compound. The police station is completely transformed. The magistrate's court is completely transformed. You're getting a new Anna Regina multilateral school very soon. One of the largest schools that we are building in the country. So things are happening for you, and it's happening for you at a great time when you will be able to participate, when you will be able to contribute, when you will be able to make your mark. And this is why it's very important that you take this day seriously. That you take this day seriously. And even if you don't want to make a decision on the spot, and you don't have to, you take it home, you think it over, and then you act on it. Nobody is going to be responsible for your life as an adult if you don't take responsibility for your own life. Your parents give you as much as they can up to a point. When you get to that point, it's you who have to take care of yourself. So start thinking about how you're going to plan that. Start thinking about how you're going to plan that. The choices you make now will determine who you are later. So make your choices wisely. Because 10 years from now, you're going to be happy that you made a choice to either have a training in skills, in a skill set, or an academic training. Okay? And I'll tell you, for all of those children who says, I want a break after CSEC, I want a year after CSEC, that year usually turns into 5 years, usually turns into 10 years, and then you wish you were, that you continued. Don't let that be you. Don't let that be you. This year we continue with the Because We Care cash grant at an increased rate, plus a transportation grant to every student registered in the school system to make sure that you have all that you need for the opening of school, plus all of the resources through textbooks, through what is available on the ministry's website to help you to be successful at your exams, so that you will enter the world of tertiary training and work. Take the opportunity. I am really happy that when my father said it's either you continue studying or you get out of my house, that I studied. I am really pleased, and it's no joke. He said it's either you get out of my house and I don't hear from you, or you stay and you study. Not everyone has a parent who will tell them that. And sometimes even when your parent tells you that, you don't see it in a positive way. But please, draw from my experience. It is worth it. It is worth it. So I would like to see you take these opportunities. I myself traversed a few of the booths. I will go back to some of them. And I have already counted more than 20 job opportunities. And when I say job opportunities, it's particular skill sets, but it can take several persons in one job, right? So make sure you check it out. Make sure that you are, and this isn't just about taking a job. This is looking at what the University of Guyana has to offer you. Whether you want to do engineering, Kofi will tell you now we are looking at making sure that one of you will be able to build a bridge like the Barjagdio-Demerara River Bridge, that we don't have to import that skill, that it will be our local skills that will be developed and enhanced through the training. You look at that bridge and you go past it and you go, oh, wow. Or a plane is going, how do they manage to make this? Or a boat or a ship is passing, how do they manage to make this? Guess what? People are making it. Therefore, you can make it. Don't ask me why I didn't make it. I went into law and then I ended up here. But there are some people who are gifted as well. And with the requisite training, it's a great combination. So take the opportunity. I hope I didn't bore you all this morning. That's why I started out by saying I'm an Essequibian. We don't get bored. And we take opportunities. And so I do hope that you take all the opportunities that are available to you. And if you are headed to exams, you're in school. If you are headed to your exams, head to your exams with purpose. Head to them with purpose, not just writing an exam. Head to them knowing that you will be successful and it will allow you to enter the world of work with the requisite skills. Okay? All right. So, do I declare this open today? Yeah, all right. So I now have the pleasure and the honor of declaring the first ever Essequibo Open Day and Job Fair 2026 Theme Innovation, Opportunity, and Impact open.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister. You can have your seats. You haven't bored us at all. I think you have given appreciation. Please give her a round of applause as she comes.
Thank you, Mr. Dionot. Standing on the established protocols, I wish to extend heartiest appreciation for the depth of diligence that went into successfully hosting this Open Day, Essequibo Open Day and Job Fair 2026. Honorable Sonia Parag, you're adding to your challenging schedule the provision of feature remarks here today. It proves the ministry's commitment to linking education to productivity here in Region 2 and beyond. Thank you. Professor Paloma Mohammed, your astute leadership unequivocally resonates with the success of this event. We are grateful. Mr. Shiv Narayan Jasodra, you're providing the resources of the Essequibo Technical Institute to complement those of the University of Guyana to make this brilliant production are appreciated beyond words. Our diamond sponsor, ExxonMobil's continued efforts to stand beside us to stir community relations are invaluable. We greatly applaud you. We must recognize the value of the little army that coordinated and contributed to the success of this venture, including members of the Department of Events, Conferences, and Communication at UG, the team here at the Essequibo Technical Institute, representatives from the academic as well as service arms of the University of Guyana, all sponsors, public service agencies, private companies, the Ministry of Education and Schools here in Region 2, media personnel, maintenance teams, security and ancillary staff. Indeed, all participants to this triumphant venture are greatly appreciated. May this event augur well for all participants and for continued successful collaborations between the Essequibo Technical Institute and the University of Guyana. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Jarvis. So, ladies and gentlemen, we'll now have a tour of the booths, but before you go, let me just, if I can leave you with one thing today, it will be what the Vice Chancellor said before and what several other persons have said at different occasions. That is, it's really a good time to be young in Guyana. I see Dean smiling there. It's really a good time to be young in Guyana. It's a good time to be Guyanese because of so many opportunities that are available to everyone who really has the desire to succeed in life. So thank you all again for being here. Thank you to those of you who have joined us online. And again, we're here until 3:30 today. If you're viewing from the Essequibo region, we're at the Essequibo Technical Institute in Anna Regina. So please come down to the ETI. For the students again who are here, our officers from the University of Guyana are on the ground. Officers from the Essequibo Technical Institutes are on the Essequibo Technical Institutes are on the ground. So please use the opportunity and engage with them. Companies are also here. Please use the opportunity. And just to say, washroom signs are around if you need to use the washroom. If you also have additional questions, we have volunteers around to help you to answer your questions. Please feel free to reach out to them. So thank you all very much again for being here. Please have a good rest of the day. Thank you.